said, do you want to see it? I said, no, because I want that initial reaction. I love it. And I especially love like the grill and the lights. It's kind of sort of that half-masked eyes. It's kind of like mean and tough looking. I love it, and I really hope they produce it.
We have succeeded in creating a very new car with new shapes, new surfaces, a lot of tension, a lot of very dynamic gesture in the car. And yet, when you look at it, it can only be a Camaro. Couldn't possibly be anything else.
It has the 400 horsepower Corvette engine in it. It's got sleek lines. It's absolutely, we think, magnificent for the current marketplace. And we're here with the concept trying to gauge consumer and media reaction to the vehicle, which we think is going to be, based upon what I've seen today, I've never seen a press conference like this with this much excitement. So for us at GM and for Chevrolet, we're thrilled. We're thrilled with everything going on today.
The car actually ended up having a lot of indirect, maybe even aircraft references, because it looks very fast and very aerodynamic. Done with a very sheer, clean surfaces and short overhangs, big wheels. The rear overhang is slightly longer, but it gives the car very good direction. You have to inject some DNA, and it has to be recognizable to equally to the guy that maybe has a 69 hot rod or a restored 69, or you know, recognizable to him. But at the same time, you have to get the young guys excited.
I thought you wanted it over here and you're other places.
Hey, Schmidt.
Really more like 2.2. Oh man, that's what we want to do. You don't want more because you're from weather here.
The idea behind the interior was to really capture the kind of mystique and emotion and feeling of the first generation Camaros, but do it in a totally contemporary way. We really tried to convey this feeling of horsepower, and that's with a lot of the controls. The shifter is kind of a reinterpretation of some of the muscle car shifters. The gauges have got a lot of depth to them. The steering wheel has a lot of depth to it. We use like a billet, real chunky billet aluminum material. So you really, every time you go closer and closer, it gets more and more entertaining. The key with all the interior components is to telegraph horsepower. The exterior, a lot of times you telegraph horsepower by having big wheel flares, you have a big bulge on the hood. But with the interior, you really telegraph horsepower with all the controls. And those are the areas that we focused on.